As the world's tech giants, Beijing is urging Chinese schools to integrate artificial intelligence into curriculums for kids as young as 6 in a bid to build up domestic talent in the country's intensifying tech rivalry with the U.S. According to a new directive, the Ministry of Education aims to make AI classes the norm by 2030 to meet China's future demand for innovative talent. However, experts warn that China is lagging behind the U.S. in generative AI by at least a year and is in danger of falling further behind, despite Beijing launching a push to boost AI in universities and schools in 2018. To exacerbate the issue, a year later, the country rolled out courses in the tech for public high schools, a move education commentators said would cost a few million yuan per school in a highly developed urban center like Shenzhen to enact, while rural schools often lack basic infrastructure like internet access and adequate classrooms, leaving a vast gap in the country's AI education push for young minds. As Beijing steps up the ante in the tech rivalry with the U.S., the Ministry of Education has issued a directive to integrate artificial intelligence into Chinese school curriculums for children as young as 6, a move aimed at building up domestic talent to meet the country's future demand for innovative skills. By 2030, AI classes are expected to become the norm, as experts warn that China is lagging behind the U.S. in generative AI by at least a year, and risks falling further behind despite a push to boost AI in universities and schools since 2018. In a bid to accelerate the process, public high schools were introduced to AI courses a year later, although implementing these programs has proven costly, with estimates suggesting a few million yuan per school in urban centers like Shenzhen, while rural schools often struggle with basic infrastructure, leaving many without adequate internet access or classrooms. As the Biden administration winds down, sources indicate that new controls are set to be unveiled aimed at curbing China's black market trade in advanced chips. Specifically, the U.S. government is planning to issue a rule by the end of December 2024 aimed at curbing Chinese companies' sourcing of AI chips from unrestricted third-party countries. Although initially delayed due to budgetary issues, the rule is now expected to be implemented before President Joe Biden leaves office, according to sources. The move is aimed at controlling global shipments of powerful graphics processing units, GPUs, essential for training AI models by closing existing regulatory loopholes. This development follows recent U.S. Section 301 trade investigations into China's production of legacy chips and the blacklisting of 140 Chinese chip firms. The new rule will include provisions to prevent Chinese firms from accessing restricted hardware through intermediary countries, establishing a country cap and black and white list, and implementing a worldwide licensing system with reporting requirements and exceptions. Additionally, the U.S. may establish new restrictions to prevent circumvention through Chinese shell companies, preventing global chip foundries from using U.S. technology to fabricate Chinese AI chip designs on 7-nanometer or more advanced nodes, or chips exceeding certain size dimensions.